Welcome back, everybody. I'm your guest host, Jace McDuffie Nall, and I'm joined with my other guest host.
We're guest hosting our own podcast now.
Yeah.
This is for when it goes south. We can just replace ourselves.
That'd be awesome. You ever think about that?
It's Braley.
Like if you just got like successful enough in your like show, you could just like hire out the rest of your show and like basically make it self-sufficient.
I guess so.
Yeah. I'm sure that's happened before, but I can't think of an example.
I can't think of an example of like the original hosts not even hosting it anymore. There's a lot that will start other shows. Like theirs is like the core show, and then they have like offshoots that other people do host, so they don't have to do it as often because there are other episodes coming from other shows and stuff. But yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody just like replacing themselves as hosts.
And then
we'll be the first.
They can keep our names, but you know, we get like way hotter versions of ourselves. That'd be awesome.
It's like the Chicken Little biopic movie.
Yeah.
Yep. I 100% understand. Yes. That's hilarious.
Yeah. We gotta start making money off this show so we can do that. But who are you?
I said I'm Braley. And then you just talked over me. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Well.
Luckily, I only record one side of the conversation, so you can do whatever you want with this in editing.
Mm-hmm. I can make whatever you say never happen. Well, let's go to our unruly segment.
Okay. It's me.
It's Braley.
I'm unprepared to be unruly, but luckily, ChatGPT is prepared to be unruly. Mm-hmm. So, if you could only communicate using animal noises for a day, which animal would you choose and why? Oh, okay. I gave it the prompt of give me another one, and this one's better, so we're going with this one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If you had to wear a costume made entirely of food for a week, what food would you choose and how would you accessorize it?
I would be like a pancake.
Okay.
Yep, I'd just slip into a pancake.
Just slip into a pancake?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you could eat on it the entire week?
Yeah. Then you could have like sausage link, like earrings or something like that, or like a
true
necklace of sausage links.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. You could do that. Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I think I would just be mashed potatoes for the same reason. I would just cover myself in mashed potatoes for a week. And I would just carry around. It would be so yummy. And I would just carry around like a thing full of gravy. Every time you what?
Every time you touch something, it's got gunk on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rejecting that answer. Overruled.
I can't be mashed potatoes.
Also, it has no structural integrity. You couldn't do it. It would have to like coagulate, and at that point, it's not good.
All right. Well, I accept your answer. But apparently, I've been rejected. But that's fine. I don't care.
You can reapply in 30 days.
Excuse me. All right. That's it. That's my unruly question. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Thank you, ChatGPT. The third host, if you will. We watched a film called
Mm-hmm.
Jump In. Jump In.
Mm-hmm.
I say that
Jump in, baby.
like, excitedly because it has an exclamation point at the end.
It does have an exclamation point. It is
Mm-hmm.
canonically excited.
Mm-hmm. One of the rare films to have like punctuation in the title.
Yeah.
Think of one other.
Thinking.
I can think of a movie that's not out yet, but it's Thunderbolts. Marvel's Thunderbolts, but it has an asterisk at the end.
It does have an asterisk, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Shazam probably doesn't. Does it have an exclamation point?
It might. Let me look.
I don't think so. I think I'm just thinking of the lightning bolt as the Z.
Oh, it does have an exclamation.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, you're right. So is the second movie as well. No. Oh, wait, there's that one movie. It's called... It's Emma, but has a period at the end.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably like a bunch when you start thinking about it, but it's not like the norm.
Yeah, it's probably a good amount with periods at the end. I think the Emma title, the reason it has a period is probably just so it can differentiate itself from like the older film. What did you think about the exclamation point at the end of Jump In, Braylee? Is it tacky?
Literally could not have told you that there was an exclamation point at the end of Jump In until you mentioned it. So.
Did it improve the experience? Did it lessen it?
I think it was neutral. I didn't even know it was there, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well, we watched a movie called Jump In, a Disney Channel original film.
Mm-hmm. And boy, is it ever.
Yeah. Directed by Paul Hohen. Yeah. Also directed...
Came out in 2007.
Zombies. Was it 2007?
Okay. Yep, 2007.
I thought it was 2000. I was mistaken.
No. You were.
A year before the tragedy. But...
A tragedy.
2001? 9/11?
It came out in 2007.
I know.
What is happening?
But in my hypothetical mind, where it came out in 2000, it's a year before the tragedy.
A year before the... Okay, I got it. I mean, not really, because you're a dork, but I got it.
And it's basically High School Musical, but instead of basketball, it's boxing. And instead of musical theater, it's double Dutch. Competitive double Dutch jump roping.
Oh, I hate how true that is. I never thought about it.
That's exactly true.
Yep.
And the other thing is that most of the people aren't white.
Yeah. There's like one that's like in like kind of the main cast of characters. Tammy, the female boxer.
Yep.
And then you've got the Dutch Dragons. There's like I think like 2 white girls on that team.
Yeah.
The mean girls.
They gotta go down.
Now you got Corbin Blue, Keke Palmer.
Is Blue the main actor?
Yeah.
Astounding
Keke
performance.
Palmer's the girl.
Tammy? Or
No.
Amy?
No. Mary.
Mary. Yeah.
Her name is Mary.
Not Amy.
Yeah. So this is set in Brooklyn, right?
Izzy and Mary.
Yeah. And Izzy's the guy. His name is Isidore.
Oh. Do you not like that
Isidore
name?
Daniels. That's a terrible name.
For all the listeners, Braylee made a sour face, when you eat something real sour. But what's wrong with Isidore?
I wasn't into it. I don't like it. I think Izzy's cute.
Izzy's cute.
But So, Izzy's a boxer. Real good boxer.
Yeah. His dad was
Boxes at his dad's gym.
previous boxer. Real good.
Mm-hmm.
But there's these girls, and they do a competitive double dutch jump roping, which is like you got like two people swinging some jumping ropes around, and then people jump in the middle of that, and then they do some sick tricks.
It's super cool.
Yeah, it is
It
super
was really
cool.
funny. We were watching this, and Ty's like, "Is that a real thing? Do they have real like double dutch competitions?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, man!"
Yeah.
He's like, oh, "Okay."
That should be like an Olympic sport, if it's not.
He's a boxer. His neighbor Mary and her friends are double dutchers,
Yeah.
and they got a little crush going on each other, which they show by razzing one another, as you do when you are in the high school.
Yes, I remember.
And then you got Izzy's dad, who runs the gym, where he's got a couple of friends that also box. Chuck and... Shoot, what's the other kid's name?
It doesn't matter.
And where a girl boxes, Tammy.
Tammy.
And then you got Big Rodney,
Mm-hmm.
Izzy's arch
The
nemesis.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which, like, technically this movie has like a framing of like Rodney's telling the story the whole time.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know that.
But you don't know that. That's the reveal at the end.
It's a reveal at the end.
Yeah. And throughout the movie, he refers to himself in the third person until the end, which is weird since he's telling the story, but that's okay.
But then we would have known.
Yeah. I know.
We would have
I know.
known.
It just doesn't make sense why he would do that in front of these kids that he's telling the story to. But yeah. Also, like, the narration only, like, it doesn't only happen, but it largely only happens when Rodney's, like, on screen. Which
Which makes sense in
yeah,
hindsight.
it makes sense in hindsight. I was, like, confused. Like, do they just, like, not trust kids to be able to understand that, like, someone can be both, like, a mean person and also sympathetic? Because they're, like, there's, like, a part where, like, a teacher or somebody's, like, giving Rodney some clothes because he's poor. And narration's like, Rodney may have acted tough on the outside, but really he was just like another kid in need. Do they not trust the toddlers to understand what's happening?
No, because Hudson for sure didn't understand. He's like, that boy's mean. It's like, yes, but it's
Yeah.
complicated, Hudson.
He's mean in a sympathetic way, Hudson. This is about how your environment shapes you as a person, Hudson. Did you tell him that?
No, I did not. Oh, excuse me. I really like this movie. I mean, it's like your typical cheesy, like,
Disney Channel original.
Disney Channel original.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, something that we really liked, because, like, obviously, for those who haven't seen it, Izzy is a boxer, starts getting into double dutch with this Mary's team, and really, really likes it, starts kind of blowing off boxing, decides he doesn't want to do it as much anymore, but he doesn't have the courage to tell his dad that to his face, so he's just, like, doing all this stuff, and there's, like, but, like, all of the conflicts felt real.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, not super fabricated and not super dumb. And then it also helped out that it was, like, 2007 and people didn't really have cell phones, so he wasn't able to, like, text them when he wasn't going to show up to the competition. He tried to call, and then she was already gone from the house, and so, like, you've got nothing else you can do. But Ty and I were also talking how, like, his two friends like kind of lightly make fun of him when they find out that he started to get into double dutch.
Yeah.
But also, like, they're not, as soon as they realize that it upsets him, I think they realize that they messed up, and then they show up at the competition to support him, like, immediately. Like, there's no, like, they didn't have to reconcile first. It wasn't, like, crazy that they showed up at the competition to support him. They were there because they're his friends. And, like, they lightly razzed him a little bit, and then they were like, whoops, he didn't like that. We're going to back off, and we're going to go watch him jump.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool, like, because a lot of times, the friends are a big problem in these types of movies, too. The quote-unquote friends that are really kind of terrible people sometimes. And that just wasn't the case here. Yeah. And I liked that.
It is kind of realistic how, like, sometimes your friends, like, go too far. Or, like, they get a little too comfortable. Like, making fun of you.
Yeah. Yep. Siblings and friends definitely get into that category pretty often. True.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie's cool. It also, like, brought a little bit of nostalgia to me, because I remember watching this movie younger and liking it quite a bit. Yeah. And yeah, I still do like it, both because of nostalgia, and I think it's decent movie, fun little movie.
Yeah. No, it's well done for being like a Disney Channel original that's like cheesy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still like a good story that you can watch, that you can enjoy. Hudson really enjoyed it. He thought the double dutch was super cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And then, but like it's also this kid like trying to like navigate his dad's idea of what he wants and what I think I like the fact too, and it is High School Musical when you talk about it again, is like he really was like super into boxing. Like he wasn't doing it from the beginning to just because his dad wanted him to. Like he was into boxing the same way that Troy Bolton is really into basketball at the beginning of High School Musical too, for himself.
Yeah.
But then they get introduced to something else that they also enjoy, and so then they try and like figure out how to navigate that. And I don't know, it's real.
Yeah.
That's like a real thing that people have to deal with.
Yeah. I like how like the dad in this movie kind of differs from the Troy Bolton dad as I remember it. Where, like, I think if I remember correctly, Troy Bolton dad, he does come around, he does soften his heart, but he is like a real jerk for a moment. But like the dad in this movie, like, isn't really that much of a jerk. Like, he kind of gets upset, like, when he discovers that his boy's been double dutching. But it seems like he's more upset just because, like, he didn't feel open to, like, telling him about it.
Yeah, he's been keeping it from him, and he's been not confiding in him. So, yeah, that is... Yeah, I agree. I agree with that assessment.
And also, like, boxing's, like, the father's, like, only, like, a outlet that he feels that he can connect to his son. Especially when, like, throughout the movie it's shown that he kind of, like, sucks at other stuff. Like, he sucks at cooking. He sucks at doing his daughter's hair. So, like, I think it actually, like, genuinely, like makes the father, like super sympathetic, and like obviously, like, he would really hyper focus on boxing because, like, for his whole young life that was what he was good at, and even when he's like a father, like, that's the only thing that he, like, really connects with to his son.
Well, and that's his livelihood. Like, he owns the gym
Yeah.
that they box at, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they used to have a mother, but she died, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
year,
explicit. Is it explicitly
like a year
stated that
ago.
she died?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, so he's like trying to, that's why he's like trying to cook and he really sucks at it. Trying to do his daughter's hair and he sucks at it. And so, like, no, definitely. I definitely agree. No, I like him a lot. And I love at the end when he's doing double dutch, when he's trying to jump in to the double dutch. He's like, do I go now? Now?
Yeah.
They're like, no, just do it.
Yeah.
So it shows him, even though he doesn't fully understand it, getting in there to connect with his son still. And I think that's really cool. It's a good
And I remember when I was younger trying to do like the type of jump roping that was in this movie. Just like having two people, swing the rope around and you jumping in.
Okay, so I keep trying to remember if this is like 2007, though. You would have only been 3 years old. I am 98% positive that a double dutch team came to Monroe, like not too long after this movie. And I think it was the stunt double who did some of like the flips and stuff for Corbin Bleu was one of these people who came in.
Really?
And Ty says he has like a vague recollection of that happening.
Yeah.
But I keep wondering if I just like fever dreamed it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's something that really happened. Yeah. So I need to call.
I have no recollection whatsoever of that.
Yeah. I need to call Jalen. Because if it was Monroe, it was like right after we moved there. Because we moved there in 2007. It's 2006. So 2007 is when this came out. So I was probably in like 6th grade. So Jalen was probably in like 3rd or 4th. So she should remember.
Yeah.
If it actually happened. I'm going to call her. I'm going to see if she'll answer.
Oh, you're doing it right now?
I'm calling her right now.
Wow. We can keep this in.
This is happening live, folks.
Yeah.
Hello. Turn down your sound.
Okay.
And welcome to our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Live.
You're live. Okay. So we're reviewing Jump In.
Yes.
Do you remember that a double dutch team came to Monroe for an assembly like a year or two after this movie came out? And one of the guys was the stunt double for Corbin Bleu.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Wait, she does?
I didn't make it up. Yeah, she remembers it.
Wow.
She goes, oh, yes. Can you not hear her?
That's crazy.
Jace? I guess you can't
Wait,
hear her.
I can't
Can
hear
you?
her.
But,
Hello,
okay.
Jace.
Hello. I heard that.
He said hello. He can't hear you because my headphones are on. You
Did
can't
you
hear
find
him.
out about how much I love the romance between
We're getting there.
the boxer girl?
We're getting there. I'm going to pull up your text that you sent me. Don't worry. I will quote you directly, Jalen. Okay, cool. I'm sitting here and I was like, Jace, do you remember? And then I realized he was probably like 4 years old when this happened. So
Right.
he
I'm
was
like,
not
when
in
did
school.
Jump In come out?
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just a little baby.
Just a baby. Jace was just a baby when they came to visit
Mhm.
Monroe.
Jace was 3 when the movie came out.
Mhm.
So he was like max 6 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking that. Okay, cool. So I just wanted to make sure because Ty was like, I vaguely remember that happening, but I don't know if that's true. And so Jace is thinking I gaslighted Ty into remembering this thing that didn't actually happen. And I was wondering if I also did the same thing. So, okay, cool. I was like, Jalen will remember. If it happened, Jalen will remember. All right, cool. Well, that was it.
All right. Happy to contribute to the amount of stuff Luke or Jace has to edit out of your final product.
Yes. Did you hear that, Jace?
It's only about editing.
Yeah, she said, I'm happy to contribute to the stuff that Jace has to edit out of your final product.
Yeah. This will be fun to edit around.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So it was a
Well.
real thing. It happened.
Yep.
They came to Monroe.
For everybody wondering who that was Jalen Rose, former NBA player.
Yes.
Yes.
100%. Got him on speed dial.
Got him on speed dial. He's a big fan of this movie.
Mm-hmm. And our podcast.
And our podcast.
That's why he answered so quickly. He knew we were recording tonight and knew he was scoring a chance to be on the pod.
Mm-hmm. To get his 15 minutes of fame.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So,
You should
the
have
other
met
thing, I don't know
that
if you
stunt
heard.
double.
I mean, it was a whole school assembly, Jace.
I would have interviewed him. Been like, that'd been awesome.
But the other thing that Jalen. Okay. So, yeah. So, she just like. She texted me and was just like, just randomly. This was. When was this? This was Monday, September 9th. That she texted me this.
2024.
Which is why I added Jump In to our list because she texted me about it. But this is her just on a random, I think it's a Monday. Yep, a random Monday at 10 a.m. Just texts me this. Just randomly thinking about how Jump In is the superior letting go of the status quo movie. Even though a lot of events are highly dramatic because it's Disney Channel, the representation of seeing one sport as quote-unquote girly and another as quote-unquote manly is actually a legit thing that a teenage boy would struggle with, and that a girl boxer genuinely would get crap for some boys at the gym she works out in, and probably the smallest and least skilled boy. And then we like went back and forth about soccer and a couple of different things and stuff too, and so then this is what Jalen was talking about. She said, I also like that the girl boxer's love interest is the boy who always liked her. I feel like a lot of the time she ends up with the boy who used to make fun of her until she basically earns his respect and changes his mind about women. But I like that her love interest was just a cutie who always thought she was super cool and a great boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so true.
That is true.
It always ends up being the biggest jerk or something that's like, suddenly I understand why women are people. So now I like you. Where it's like, that's not a cute take.
No, that's not.
But this one, the whole time he was like, she's real cute and she's real good at boxing. I like her.
Yeah.
And she liked him back too. So.
Then they end up together.
They do. They're so cute.
This movie truly was challenging gender roles. Did Izzy call the team the Hot Chili Steppers because of his dad's spicy chili? I think.
I don't think so. Is it
just because he likes hot peppers? Because when the dad makes the chili, he's like, it's got hot peppers. I think that's what he says. Just like you like it. But he also expresses disgust, so I'm confused.
So do you not know that there's a band called the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Did you know that?
I did. I didn't think about it until you now said it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's what it comes off of.
That would make sense. Okay. Yeah, that might be it. Um, but does the dad not talk about chili peppers? Or did I make that up?
I don't know.
Okay.
He probably does, because he does make chili a lot in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Makes his signature chili. Just like Izzy likes it, even though he does not like it. Also, I wrote down a line by Karen. This is when the dad is like confronting Izzy about being a Dutcher. And Karen confirms it, and Izzy's like, "Shut up, Karen," which is the sister, if I didn't say that. And she replies, "Shut don't go up, prices do. So
Prices
take
do."
your own advice and shut," and then she gets cut off. But what does that mean? Shut don't go
I don't
up,
know.
prices do.
I mean, she's not wrong. What is shut? Does it go up? It
Yeah.
doesn't. But prices do.
Yeah. I thought that was a profound line. It really hit me. Hit me hard. Yeah. You know, honestly, like, I find it surprising that there isn't, like, a part like that where, like, the enemy team sabotages them or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which is often a pretty childish way to, like, cause drama, I think, in a movie, generally. Like, it's a thing that often happens in, like, children's movie. But, like, in this movie, it's all dependent on, like, the personal drama of people and how they realistically clash against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't need to, like, you know, have a moment where, like, oh, we failed because we got sabotaged and, like, now we gotta break up. The reason they break up is, like, because Izzy doesn't know how to say no to his dad because he knows that his dad is, or he thinks that his dad would be, like, sad if, like, he didn't express the same interest in boxing.
Yep. And there's no cell phone, so he couldn't text that he wouldn't be at the competition.
Yeah. Izzy later was like, "I tried to call, but you were already left your house." And then she's like, "What would Colleen have done? What rating do you give this, Braylee?"
2 thumbs up.
Wonderful.
What do you give it?
I give it a 1 thumbs up. What movie are we doing next, Braylee?
I don't know, Jace. What should we do?
Oh wait, we talked about doing Edge of Tomorrow.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We should actually probably do that soon because I think it leaves Netflix like November 6th.
Okay. Let's do it now. Next podcast.
Okay. All right, sweet.
Alrighty. Well, listeners, if you don't want to be spoiled for Edge of Tomorrow, starring Emily Blunt and that one short guy, then go watch it. Good flick. You'll enjoy it. And remember, shut don't go up. Prices do.
Ba-dum-tsh.